What's good, guys? Welcome to my channel. My name is Jason Morrison. Today I got a video I did not think I was going to be making today, guys, but a lot of you guys received my Canon G7X video extremely well, and I wanted to kind of give you guys a little bit of a treat for that. I appreciate the support on that video. Jumping right into it, I want to do a Canon G7X settings. These are the settings that I believe are the best for the Canon G7X, at least for what I'm doing. I know a lot of you guys that watched my Canon G7X video are using it for vlogging or you know, content that just may not be trying to achieve such high production value. But if you are, you know, that's perfectly fine. This video is for you as well if you like my settings. But I'm going to be showing you guys what I believe are the best Canon G7X settings for cinematic vlogs or just for regular vlogs as well. I don't really take them too seriously like I do with my GH5 or with other mirrorless cameras or DSLRs, but I think you guys are going to enjoy this in terms of vlogging. But yeah, let's hop right into it, guys. Let me show you what I believe are the best Canon G7X settings for vlogging, and I believe just in general. But let's hop into it. All right, so hopping right into it, guys, we're gonna head right into these settings. And like I said, I typically use the Canon G7X for vlogs that are not too serious, you know what I mean? I don't really use the G7X for vlogs that I believe are gonna be cinematic. But I just want to show you guys my settings because it seemed like a lot of you guys wanted to see, you know, the settings that I had on the G7X, or maybe you're not very used to using cameras in general and you don't know what the heck any of these mean. So yeah, I have auto ND filter, and if you guys don't know what an ND filter is, if you're not really into the filmmaking or videography scope, an ND filter is essentially a cover that you're going to put on your camera lens to darken the image and allow yourself to choose how much light you want to let in. Now let's just say my hand was an ND filter. You guys are seeing nothing but darkness right now. The ND is essentially controlling how much light the lens is able to let in. So I keep this on auto ND just because I don't believe, you know, like I said, I don't use the G7X for anything really cinematic, so I don't think it's that serious. My metering mode, I leave it on evaluative metering. Like the description says, it's ideal for most situations. I don't think any of you guys, if you're vlogging or anything like that, really need to touch that, so keep it right there on that setting. I'm gonna go all the way to the autofocus. So a lot of you guys may have the autofocus setting on, it'll focus on your face or subjects selected by touch, which is perfectly fine. You know, you can't really go wrong with either of these settings. I just find, for me, typically 1-point autofocus will kind of set itself right in the middle right there, and my face, if I'm vlogging, is typically in the middle of the scene anyway, so I just find that it picks up my focus much quicker when I have it set to be just kind of right in the middle. But you can move the focus point around, and I just find that to be very convenient. I use that when I'm vlogging with the G7X. One shot, you can essentially choose how you want your autofocus settings to operate. I leave it on one shot. I don't find any need to move it to servo. You can mess around with that if you want, but I typically just leave it right there. I shoot in RAW, no particular reason to, but I just choose to shoot in RAW because it gives you the most, for as much as you can do on a G7X, it gives you the most ability to manipulate colors and kind of work with the footage that you have. And I like to sometimes slap a color grade on my vlogs just to make the colors pop out a little bit, and RAW is going to give you the most flexibility to be able to do that. Most of you guys probably won't go through that trouble to be able to do stuff like that, but you know, if you do want to be able to manipulate your colors a little bit more, choose RAW for sure. Frame rate is where a lot of you guys may differ from me. You know, since I do cinematic vlogs, or I just like the film look in my vlogs as well as my cinematic videos, I do 24 FPS or 23.98, and that's just because in the film world, the frame rate that most films typically use is 24 FPS. It's the closest to real life motion blur and the closest to what the human eye sees when you see moving objects, and just it looks the most natural to the eye, like real life. So that's why I pick 24 FPS in my vlogs. It gives it a nice cinematic look, and I just find it looks the best for me. But you know, if you're like a beauty vlogger or you're just vlogging for fun, you're more than welcome to pick, you know, 30 FPS, that's fine, or 60 FPS if you really want that like quick motion look, or if you're doing sports, or if you're just vlogging with a lot of high action stuff and you're not going to slow it down. You know, you can pick 60 FPS. There's nothing wrong with that. I just like the way that 24 FPS kind of gives me that traditional film look, so I leave it there. On you know, self timer, we can skip that unless you're taking photos with the G7X, which you can, but I don't, so I leave that off. We're back to the auto ND. Now ISO is something that a lot of you guys may or may not mess with. For vlogging, I typically use it on auto because I don't need to be, you know, messing around with my the amount of light that I want in the G7X. I don't use it for film related things besides vlogging, but ISO essentially is choosing how much artificial light you want the sensor and the camera to pick up, and you can make it go all the way up to 12,800, which, as you guys can see, just completely blows out the imaging on the screen. But if you want to, you know, manipulate how much light you want in the sensor, then you can do that. I leave it on auto. It just, you know, it's all I really need. I'm using it for quick vlogs and stuff like that. So that is what ISO is for, and I leave it on auto if you guys want to know what I put it at. My white balance, I typically leave it at auto as well. When I'm vlogging with the G7X, I want the least amount of work put into the vlog in terms of settings as possible, because like I said, I'm not really going for anything crazy, any cinematic look with it besides the frame rate. So I leave it at auto white balance, and you know, the white balance is controlling how much blue or orange is in the image. As you guys can see, moving it around to shade, it's making the shot look a little bit more orange, less true to life in terms of the white that you're seeing with your eyes. If you go, you know, tungsten light, it's just looking super blue right now. And you know, you can mess around with the settings as you want, like underwater is making it look more orange, but auto white balance will try, you know, the camera will try to get it as close to the real world colors as possible, so I leave it there. For picture style, I leave mine in portrait mode, and that's just because, you know, the G7X is going to be close up to my face for the majority of the time, and I want it to be able to smooth out any sort of grain or any unnatural looking footage, especially when I have the camera so close up to my face. So I find that portrait mode gives me the best image quality in terms of vlogging, you know, because the camera is so close up to your face. I'm not really vlogging environments with the G7X, and that's what I find is the best setting. I actually recommend that you guys pick portrait mode if you are going to be vlogging and kind of having the G7X pretty close up to your face at all times, or most of the time. Anyways guys, those are my Canon G7X settings. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope those settings help you guys out in the future, just to up your, you know, your vlogging game or your video game, and just kind of get the best possible picture out of the G7X that you possibly can. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and check out all my other related videos. I do a lot of videography and filmmaking content, just kind of displaying my journey becoming a videographer and filmmaker, and looking to build a community of people that enjoy cameras, enjoy filmmaking, and any sort of creativity. And I hope that you guys continue to be along for the ride as well. My name is Jason Morrison. Once again, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. I think we're going to be doing a GH5 settings video if you guys really enjoy this one. So I'll see you in the next one. Peace.